We continue the Abdullah Yusuf Ali translation of the Quran with Surtul Qalam, or Surtu Nuuwn, the pen, or would it Nuuwn be the fish or the ink holder? In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, Nuuwn by the pen and by the record, which men write. Thou art not by the grace of thy Lord matter possessed. Nay, verily for thee is a reward unfailing, and thou standest on an exalted standard of character. Soon wilt thou see, and they will see, which of you is afflicted with madness. Verily it is thy Lord that knoweth best which among men have strayed from his path, and he knoweth best those who receive true guidance. So hearken not to those who deny the truth. Their desire is that thou shouldest be pliant, so would they be pliant. Heed not the type of despicable man, ready with oaths, a slanderer going about with calumnies, habitually hindering all good, transgressing beyond bounds, deep in sin, violent and cruel, with all that base-born, because he possesses wealth and numerous sons. When to him are rehearsed our signs, tales of the ancients, he cries, soon shall we brand the beast on the snout. Verily we have tried them as we tried the people of the garden when they resolved to gather the fruits of the garden in the morning, but made no reservation, if it be God's will. Then there came on the garden a visitation from thy Lord, which swept away all around while they were asleep. So the garden became by the morning like a dark and desolate spot whose fruit had been gathered. As the morning broke, they called out one to another, go ye to your tilth betimes in the morning, if ye would gather the fruits. So they departed, conversing in secret low tones, saying, let not a single indigent person break in upon you into the garden this day. And they opened the morning strong in an unjust resolve. But when they saw the garden, they said, we have surely lost our way. Indeed, we are shut out of the fruits of our labors. Send one of them more just than the rest. Did I not say to you, why not glorify God? They said, glory to our Lord. Verily we have been doing wrong. Then they turned one against another in reproach. They said, alas for us, we have indeed transgressed. It may be that our Lord will give us in exchange a better garden than this, for we do turn to him in repentance. Such is the punishment in this life, but greater is the punishment in the hereafter. If they only knew. Verily, for the righteous are gardens of delight in the presence of their Lord. Shall we then treat the people of faith like the people of sin? What is the matter with you? How judge ye, or have ye a book through which ye learn that ye shall have through it whatever ye choose? Or have ye covenants with us on oath, reaching to the day of judgment, providing that ye shall have whatever ye shall demand? Ask thou of them, which of them will stand surety for that? Or have they some partners in divinity? Then let them produce their partners if they are truthful. The day that the shank shall be laid bare, and they shall be summoned to prostrate in adoration, but they shall not be able. Their eyes will be cast down. Ignominy will cover them, seeing that they had been summoned aforetime to prostrate in adoration while they were in good shape and had refused, and then leave me alone with such as reject this message by degrees. We shall punish them from directions they perceive not. A respite will I grant them truly. Powerful is my plan, or is it that thou dost ask them for reward, so that they are burdened with the load of debt, or that the unseen is in their hands, so that they can write it down? So wait with patience for the command of thy Lord, and be not like the companion of the fish when he cried out in agony. Had not grace from his Lord reached him, he would have indeed been cast off on the naked shore in disgrace. Thus did his Lord choose him and make him of the company of the righteous, and the unbelievers would almost trip thee up with their eyes when they hear the message, and they say, surely he is possessed. But it is nothing but less than a message to all the worlds. And there's something quite about the noons and the means, and I don't just mean ending in a oon, een, and eem. I don't just mean ending in those two letters. I mean, that's part of it, but it's a chapter that, somebody says because there's a manuscript that spells out the noon, that it's really multiple letters, and you actually, you have you're counting two noons in the abbreviated letter counting or something, but that's actually that falls apart linguistically, so we're going to leave that there. Spelling out the abbreviated letters, how you would sound them out, that used to be done. So this commentator didn't understand that. And like its chapter is used to treat psychological illness, you could say. The evil eye, the enchantment that's been put on people, it can be used for that too. These last two verses, and the unbelievers to all the worlds. وما هو إلا ذكر للعالمين